What's up guys, JTails here with a Blazblue cross tag video for you guys. I didn't expect to be doing this. I don't think you guys expected me to be doing this, and it's happening. So I want to quickly talk about Orie. I've actually played 12 hours, maybe even 13 hours. I just got the game last night at like 10 p.m. I streamed 13 hours, or sorry, I streamed 11 hours and then played 2 more after. So I've been playing this team all night, and I want to show you guys some cool things of Orie. First of all, let's talk about some of her assists. So if you hold back and press her assist, she does this force field, which is pretty cool actually. It's a long-lasting hitbox and it's multi-hit, so it gives you a lot of time to combo off of it. I think it's really good if you put your opponent in the corner and activate it so that they can't push a button or DP out of the corner. See that? So if you wakes up with a button, the barrier's still out there, and you guys could experiment with the timing on this. It's also pretty good if just like you're against aggressive opponents. It gives you kind of like a moment to kind of chill out for a bit. Forward and assist is this poke, which is actually really good for combo extensions as well. It makes hitting with super a little bit more reliable. And we're going to talk a little bit about that for something like maybe Ruby. Oops. You can actually just do the super right there, whereas the other assist, you actually have to time it. And that's her, basically the neutral one. It's like a full screen, almost full screen poke, and it sends them up. You can follow up off of this. You can also do it at the end of your strings, and then you can get supers off of it. You can even DHC back into Orie. So it's a pretty good super. I try and use it to cover me most of the time if I'm applying a lot of pressure or if I'm in the neutral and I want to poke. One thing I do with Ruby, which I know this has nothing to do with Orie, is after I get my opponent in the corner, like let's say I do this string right here. See how this move moves me back? And then if they try to chase me or push a button, I get the Orie assist out. Now, going into, I'm not trying to go deep into Ruby, but it's also really good for cross-ups. So for example, if I do, right, we can get a setup like that going. But let's talk about Orie as a character overall. You'll notice that her dash speed's actually pretty good, but when she walks back, she's a lot slower. So that's something to keep in mind. I'm pretty sure a lot of the characters in the game are like this. She has really good pokes. This anti-air poke is really good. So if anyone's approaching you from this trajectory, you can poke, and then you can actually jump cancel and combo off of it. Her standing light does not hit low, so keep that in mind, but it's pretty good range for a poke as well. Quarter circle forward light is a thrust. Quarter circle medium is another thrust that goes also further. And then there's the EX version, which wastes 1 meter. It does not go full screen, but it does go about 95% of the screen. And then you can combo off of that using an assist. If you are in resonance, you can actually super off of that. Because remember, resonance allows you to cancel specials into supers, so keep that in mind. I do really want to talk about Orie a little bit more. What are her goals? Her goals are basically you want to poke people. You know, you want to poke people from a distance using your 2B and your 5A. But once you get in, I like to poke with my aerial A, with my JA or 5A in the air, because it's just a really good poke, and it leads into that. That attack, even when blocked, is really strong, right? So let's set it to guard all swap. Right, so I think one of your main goals as Orie is to make people block that. So your 5A, 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 AAA, that's actually safe. You can, well, you have to cancel it into something. So it just, you can cancel it into anything you want. So they have to keep blocking. And even if your opponent does mash DP, they won't be able to, because even if you do that, it's a true block string. So your goal is to kind of keep leading into this and then mix people up with overhead or go low and then go for a grab after. And you'll also find that this is her main combo starter as well for the most part. Right, so you can do setups like that, but basically you want people to start blocking your AAA so that you can set up into your multi-pokes and start pressuring low, start pressuring high, and it's just really, really good. Another thing I want to talk about is her aka persona, as we were calling it in stream chat. Her quarter circle forward back A is a swing. You can make it swing more if you continue pressing the button. Quarter circle B back B is an overhead. I think you have to do it in the air though for it to be an overhead. So you can actually do what's called a tiger knee in reference to Street Fighter 4 Sagat. And if you do down back up, it instantly will jump cancel your persona. She has a pretty good sweep as well. I actually don't use this move very much. And her air heavies also has a nice hitbox and good range. Could be good for cross-ups. But I mostly try and pressure with her her AAA. I think it's really good. To combo off of grabs, it's a little tricky. From mid-screen, you have to dash up and then do BB. And that allows you to jump cancel if you do dash up BB. Cool. And then in the corner, if you try to use B in the corner, it actually will miss. See that? So I try to use just AA. And then I jump cancel that and take it from there basically. So that's oh, and then one of the best things about Orie is her DP. So remember, all deep reversals are unblockable in the air, and Orie can actually do hers in the air, right? Yeah, so DPs initiated from the ground are unblockable, but if you try to do the air one, he can block it, even if you do like this. But if you poke from the ground, that's unblockable, right? So you can kind of test people like that and sacred arrow them, stuff like that. So her DP is really, really good, and it's also used in combos sometimes as well. So I'm going to show you guys some basic combos with Orie. I'm going to actually try and add notations to the video and slow it down a little bit so that you guys can understand. So some basic combos of Orie is AAA, 2C, which is crouching C, crouching B, AAA, crouching C, crouching B, right? So you're gonna do, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna jump cancel, AA, jump AA. So the combo should look like this. Right? So it's 4.5. Now, after that, you're gonna wait just a little bit, maybe like 1 second or 3/4 of a second. Then you're gonna do her C in the air, and then you're gonna do once you touch the ground, you're gonna do a grounded B. So the combo should look like this. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna do an air B, grounded B, and that's what it's gonna look like so far. So AAA, crouching C, crouching B, jump cancel AA, jump AA. Wait a moment, falling heavy, falling B, standing B, and then after the standing B, you can actually go into super. And then of course we can DHC for even bigger damage, right? So that's the general basis of Orie. Now if you're not comfortable with getting the link down in the air, you can actually just go into her DP. And it's also pretty decent damage, not going to be as much as you might want, but if you're dropping this, you might just want to go for that and take it from there. It puts your opponent up in the air and you can try to anti-air them even more, you can try to DP them again. There's a lot of options you can do when they're up there. Another thing you can do is after AAA, you can actually do BBB. And then you can do crouching C, crouching B, so it's the same thing. So I'm going to do AAA, BBB, crouching C, crouching B. See, and then you can extend it there. Right, and then you can actually keep going just a little bit more as well. But I'm not trying to get too complex. I'm just trying to show you guys a lot of the basics with her. Same thing, you could also do... You can actually combo into her persona as well after you smack them down. So for the most part, I am having so much fun with Orie, and I think she's a great character. Remember that in Resonance, you can actually combo off of this. And you can combo off of it with an assist, so like, you also want to remember to use her pokes in neutral. It can be really good for last hit situations and, you know, kind of those anchor moments when both of you guys are at like a pixel health. Just make sure you don't do it into projectiles, but it's a really good poke. I also like frame trapping people with her, like AAA, if they block it, I'll do one of those, a thrust, and then I'll, you know, like I just try to frame trap with her as much as I can. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, guys. I'm gonna get more in depth as time goes on. Like I said, I've only have 13 hours in the game, but I just wanted to show you guys some of those things, and hopefully it helps you out a little bit. For those of you guys who are playing Orie right now, there are more damaging combos and I'm learning them at the moment, so definitely stick around. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if it helped you out, you know, consider subscribing to the channel. I plan on covering every character in the game. Let me know who you guys want to see next. I'll probably be doing Ruby next and then take it from there. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all next time. Later.